And welcome to Real Estate It's That Simple on KHTS 1220 AM and 98.1 FM and on Facebook Live. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I happen to be, hopefully, still your friend in the real estate business, Phil Nordella. And we do have a full show, but before we do anything, we have to actually say hi.
Good morning.
Taylor Williams-Moniz, the hostess with the mostest, and obviously a wonderful partner at Donahoe, Young & Williams.
Thank you.
And I'm pretty sure you still specialize in real estate law, business litigation, and estate planning.
We do, yes, definitely.
And has anything changed? You're still the president of the Santa Clarita Valley Bar Association?
I am. One more year.
You're the best.
Yeah. How are you? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I think we should bring in Patrick.
Oh, you're right.
Whoa! Is everything kind of loud?
It is really loud.
You know, it's
Is it?
honestly, it kind of is maybe a little bit. I think it's because of the whole power outage thing with the. I think we're kind of playing with it a little bit.
Okay.
It could have reset things a little bit.
So
I know. I'm like, are you screaming or am I screaming? We're
no.
both screaming.
I
That's
think-
what it sounds like.
Also, I did bump up your guys' mic or your headphones
That's
a little
what
bit.
it is.
Let me
Oh,
do that
okay.
actually.
because I'm going to go and sit in the street and talk from there so that it's not killing
Well, that's
us.
better.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
thank
think-
you.
I
That's
think
much
so.
better.
Yeah.
There we go.
So how's everybody?
You have a
gonna rain?
delightful voice, though, so that's good.
Aw.
Makes it easier on the ears.
Everybody else.
Me
should
not
tell
so much,
I
though.
sound like the Jack in the Box guy. You
Oh,
know?
You do not.
I see it now.
Oh,
No,
that,
no, you hear it now.
Hear it.
Yeah, no,
The voice.
I hear it now.
I know.
Hey, guess what? Good news.
Okay.
This weekend, guess what I get to do?
What?
Go kidnap my granddaughter.
That's fun.
Yes.
You have two,
Hopefully
right?
I have actually 3 grandchildren now,
Three,
but 2
okay.
are only like 3 months old.
I was
Okay,
about to say,
yeah.
hopefully that isn't a felony, but all right.
No.
He has
It's
a good lawyer, Patrick.
It's
He's not
Oh,
worried
yeah,
see
about
that's
that,
it.
right.
See that? I can do whatever I want.
He's not
Yep,
worried about it.
Yep.
That's fun. What are you going to do?
Play.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah.
So my son took his family up because he's building a house up in Idaho.
Yeah.
On a lake. It's really gorgeous and everything. And so he went up there. But it's different up there because when you go up there, nobody's got masks on, nobody's doing anything. So he came back and he said, look, before anybody sees any of us, we're going to quarantine just because.
Yeah,
and then we're going
smart.
to take our tests. And the test came back fine.
Good.
So I said, let the kidnapping commence. And they
Amen.
said, good. So,
That's responsible of them, so that'll be fun.
yeah, no,
That'll
it's
be a
good.
nice weekend.
It's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy fun. I'm so excited about it.
I don't have any weekend plans other than enjoying the rain.
Oh,
Seriously,
Yeah.
same.
Excited.
good for you.
I know Greg laughs because I just bought rain boots, and he said, of course, that makes perfect sense. In Los Angeles, one does need rain boots. No, one does not need rain boots, but I bought them anyway, and I'm really excited to wear them to walk the dogs tomorrow.
The only time I put on a rain boot is when it rains really hard and I have to go out and actually push the water from behind my pool, the
Oh.
pool equipment,
Okay.
because the drainage doesn't drain there.
There you
and
go.
so I have to push it out so it doesn't short out.
I
the
like
heater.
to.
Glamorous.
I like to bring out the umbrella if it's pouring really bad, and then I'll do like I am singing in the rain.
Oh, I would do that.
I'll
That's
go
fun.
by that little pole by my house, so it's
Okay.
fun.
Do
Wow.
people think you're crazy? When you
Oh,
do that?
they
Little
think
bit?
I'm crazy even before that, so
They
that's the
already
thing.
know.
That's true. So I took a listing this week, which was terrific, and so this is
Awesome.
my goal.
Okay.
Where I'm listing it. We meet the photographer out there at 2:00 today. Put it in the MLS by tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have 3 offers on it by Sunday, and we'll put it into escrow on Monday.
Dang, man. That's
it's
quick.
crazy.
That's great.
Yeah, no, it's wild. The
Where is
pole.
it?
Oh, where it's
Yeah.
it's in Canyon Country. I'm
Canyon
sorry.
Country.
Yeah, it's in American Beauty Village. It's 3 plus a loft. Got it listed for $389.
That's nice. The loft, extra space, office
Yeah.
type situation.
Yeah, and the seller, she's just a doll. I mean,
That
she's
helps.
just so nice. She teaches and she's doing the remote teaching, which is
Oh,
fascinating
bless
to
her.
me. Yep.
Yep.
And the poll is going great. We've
Good.
contacted over 6,000 people.
6,000, yeah.
Yeah. But I realized that we're not going to get to everybody in Santa Clarita because it took us 5 weeks to get to 6,000 people, and it was 200 and some odd thousand people in Santa Clarita.
Wow.
So we'll be calling forever.
Forever. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So I think we're ready for in the news.
I think-
By the numbers.
no,
I'm
no.
not. yeah.
SCV by the numbers.
We'll get it right.
This is that
Okay,
kind of day.
so I'm horribly wrong when it came to me guessing.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, me, what?
I know.
Yeah, I really truly thought about this time. I'm going to throw myself under the bus. We talk a little bit about it. You're nice enough not to say I told you so, but you really didn't tell me.
No, I didn't.
You just said, okay, we'll see what happens. And I thought that there'd be like 450 listings
Right.
by now because I figured the buyer pool will have dried up and the sellers are just always going to be out there.
You have until February, right?
Yes, I do. Yes,
Just
I
if
do.
we're being specific with my type A. So you
Okay.
do have another week and change.
Well, thank you. Thank
You're
you. And
welcome.
if anything changes, something really weird's going on because we keep going down and
I
down and
know.
down.
Yep.
Last week we had 198 active listings.
So crazy.
when I looked at it this time, I went, okay, I must have forgotten a part of Santa Clarita. I must have forgotten part of it.
Didn't
Maybe
click
I figured
all of the- yeah.
Saugus or something.
Right.
163 listings. We have less than 2-week inventory.
Wow.
That's
That's going to
crazy.
be interesting to watch to see what happens.
Yeah, the good thing is, and this is what's weird about real estate. I've got 10 listings coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what it is? The real estate gods, because the way it works is normally if you can travel, what happens is you do a regular amount of business, but what happens is if you like make reservations to go to Europe or go somewhere for a couple of weeks, then they all come out of the
And you're
woodwork.
very busy. Yes.
That's just the way it works. So I
course.
mean, if you're smart, you actually plan a vacation every 2 weeks, right?
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But the real estate gods right now don't know when to hit me with these 10 listings
Right.
because I don't have plans to go anywhere.
Aren't you going golfing next weekend? That's not really
no,
your.
actually, just for a night.
Oh, okay.
We're going next Tuesday.
I'm trying to throw it out there for the gods.
Oh, okay.
For
Oh,
some
yes,
juju.
yes, you're absolutely right. Yes,
There
I'm
you
going
go.
for a long
Work with me here.
24 hours. Yeah,
Yes.
but I've got.
That's exciting
and
for
that's
you.
that's what happens.
But I can't believe the inventory is that low. That's still
163.
That's wild.
Never in my lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it blows me away.
Wow.
Anyway, okay. So according to Marla Ferris, when it comes to interest rates, when you continue with by the numbers,
Yes.
the conforming. Well, I'll say that 3 times fast.
I couldn't.
Conforming conventional loans, which of course are up to $548,250, are 2 3/4, with as little as 3% down.
It's still
Which
3%.
means you can get into a $565,000 house for under $17,000 down payment. I'm sorry.
That's great.
The high balance conventional loans are up to $822,375.16. Are 3.125 with as little as 5% down. Jumbo loans, which are over $822,375, are still great, but they're at 3.125, range with 20% down. You got to put 20%.
right.
FHA up to 548,250 are 2.25 with 3.5% down. Great for all home buyers with high debt ratios and credit challenges.
Right.
That's where FHA excels. And VA loans, $548,250 or 2.25, no money down, no PMI. We are here for the veterans.
They deserve it.
And thank you for your service.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Self-employed borrowers is going to cost you a little bit more. Refinance borrowers, it's going to cost you a little bit more.
Right.
That's the way it works.
Okay, so about the same, but the inventory is less.
Inventory.
Yeah. I know. You poor thing.
well, you start to think about it. So I'm just one lowly realtor, right?
I mean, I wouldn't say that, but okay.
There's probably
sake of argument.
1,700 realtors in Santa Clarita.
Mm-hmm.
When I get these 10, which will all come within 4 weeks, right? When I get these 10, think about that. That's all have like 6 or 7%
Right.
of the market
All of the,
for one person.
right.
That's,
Well, good for you. It's because you do good work, right?
Aw.
I'm being serious.
No. I said thank
I
you.
like it.
Aw,
Thank
thanks.
you. There you go.
I would.
All right.
I do.
I know. Well, thank you to Marla Ferris as always.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
now, shall we go to some in the news?
Well, it depends on if we're ready. Oh,
And now, in the news.
He was ready.
I got an itchy trigger finger right now.
you
Just
though.
He was waiting.
Good.
like Wild Wild West doing the.
So, speaking.
You know they can't see that, by the way, when you.
Well, they just saw you do it
There you
for
go.
me, so it's basically.
He did this in case. Okay, yeah, he did that.
Very
Everybody's
good.
going, what the heck?
So, speaking of long vacation and then having tons of work, Greg and I were actually trying to take a vacation next weekend because I'm officially changing my name. Whee! Exciting.
No.
But we couldn't. We wanted to go to Palm Springs and rent an Airbnb, but they have a stay-at-home order, so we actually couldn't rent an Airbnb, which is kind of unfortunate. But you and I were talking yesterday about a wee little development that may be popping up here in Sand Canyon. So tell me about that, because that's way closer than Palm Springs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
In fact, if they hurry up and do it, maybe you could stay there this next week, which would be great.
I would be very
Instead
impressed
of
if they
Palm
hurry up
Springs.
and did it.
Well, I don't
No, but
think
tell
so.
us about it.
I don't think so because the Planning Commission just put it off for another 2 months, being able to
Yes.
continue to check. So Robinson Ranch, everybody
Which we
knows
know
that.
of,
Robinson
yeah.
Ranch, right? They went out there years and years and years ago, and they put in two golf courses, which was great. I played them both. They're fun. They obviously had some issues when they put them in. They had some water issues. Then the drought hit, and they closed one of them down. They kept one open, and then somebody came and bought the whole thing. And said, you know what? I think with the amount of land that we've got, and with me closing down one of the golf courses, I think I can put up a resort.
I think it's smart. Yep.
Well, you know what? They had a lot of problems just
But
putting
for
in
the
the
red
first
tape.
2
Yep.
golf courses,
Right.
and so now a resort. People in Sand Canyon are going, no, thank you.
Right.
And so there's a myriad of reasons why they're not liking it. But let me just tell you a little bit about the resort.
Yes,
and this
please.
is coming up when it comes the Environmental Impact Report. All right. They're saying the Sand Canyon Resort project would see the Sand Canyon Country Club. Okay. So they've got the Sand Canyon Country Club, which I believe is one 18-hole course and then another 9. I think they want to add a 3-story hotel
Okay.
with 241 rooms, a wedding hall, 23 villas, which is interesting,
Yep.
restaurants, a spa, a mini golf course, and other amenities to the facility. So,
Sounds like a resort.
yep, the Sand Canyon Resort would require the removal of 21 heritage oak trees and approximately 511,000 cubic yards of earthwork to be balanced across 77 acres. So it's huge.
That's a lot.
But they're having some problems.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, exactly right. Okay,
Else we
so
wouldn't be talking about it.
let's
Yep.
see. One of the people said, if the community goes commercial, this can be converted to apartments. They're saying that the actual 242 room hotel looks like apartment buildings
Right.
and townhouses, and they are also saying that the villas are looking like homes.
Right.
And so they're thinking that maybe, depending on if it goes sideways or something, that the guy's going to want to sell those off as apartments, condos, and homes,
Right.
which is interesting.
And I see good and bad.
Yeah, you know
So-
what? I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So a couple of fun things though. They're saying that one of the problems is they're saying that such a construction would temporarily would affect only a small portion of identified disaster routes at any time. But they're saying no, it's not. It's going to stop people from being able to go in and out during problem times.
An emergency response
Yeah,
issues.
and
Yeah.
this
Which is
this
a big deal.
What I really don't get. And so, but when you build something, you've got to actually step up and jump through a lot of hoops.
For
This
sure.
one was really interesting to me. It said it allowed the project activities as site preparation. Construction would be prohibited during the typical breeding and nesting seasons of native bird species such as the California quail and the burrowing owl, which is typically between February 1st and August 31st. So it's like, okay, fine, you build it, but you've got 5 months, September, right,
Right.
through January.
You've got
That
city
makes
and
it
county
really tough.
ordinances. It's not like you can build 24/7 also.
Yep, and Sand Canyon is like, nope, you know what? Well, they've actually got the Sand Canyon. No, it's called the Stop Sand Canyon Resort Task Force.
Task force.
Yikes.
Yes.
They carry guns, and I'm not sure what's going on there, but it's interesting to
I
see
don't
what
know.
happens.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. I
Half
think
of
it's
me
interesting.
understands completely about the people that live in Sand Canyon.
Yeah.
The other half says, hey, a resort out here? That's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of
Exactly.
cool.
I think it sounds nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. So we shall see, yeah?
Okay. Fingers crossed.
All right, let's see. Where are we at now?
We're going to talk about your favorite
NAR?
NAR. Yeah.
NAR, National Association
Wouldn't
of
be a
Realtors.
show unless we didn't talk about
One
the
point.
NAR.
Well, you know what? They're always in the thing now.
It's
They're
absolutely.
always in the news. So in reversal, NAR pauses federal political donations in the wake of a Capitol attack. So this is what happened, right? I guess a lot of people went and looked at the officials that kept perpetrating the fact that the steal was the vote was stolen.
Right.
And so right after it happened, a lot of different companies that actually donated to some of those people say, we're not going to donate to those people who said stop the steal.
Right.
Okay. And then they realized you can't do that.
You shouldn't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Exactly.
That's probably not a good idea. So
Don't do it.
it says members call for changes to the Political Action Committee, right? After lawmakers voted against certifying results of the presidential election. After initially not committing to no longer donating money to campaign lawmakers who actually voted against certification of Joe Biden's win for the presidency, right? So they were saying, we're just not going to give to the ones that said no. Okay. After the insurrection of the U.S. Capitol, the National Association of Realtors is suspending all federal political donations amid calls that some of their members change to its political action committee. So what they're saying is,
Yeah.
you know what? If you're going to do it, stop.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that I've realized in learning more and more and more about the NAR is they have to decide just exactly who they're going to give to. They do give, believe it or not, they're one of the major independent associations giving to the Republicans and the Democrats.
Both parties, not just one, which we talked
yeah,
about.
which is interesting. They give
Right.
51% to Democrats and
Democrats, yep.
49% in support of Republicans. They're saying, though, that NAR has long maintained the RPAC has favored Democrats or Republicans. They haven't favored either of those, but rather back candidates who support the Realtor Party.
Which is smart.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
in practice means incumbents, Democrats or Republicans, with a track record of standing behind government subsidies for home ownership and other real estate policies. That's who they give to, which
makes sense.
yeah, because there's things that come up all the time that actually could kill us when it comes to selling real estate. Dozens of other corporations, including Zillow and Airbnb, have announced that they would either withhold donations from those lawmakers or, like NAR, freeze all federal contributions.
Yeah.
Total. And we give about, just in case you were wondering, NAR gives about $1.2 million a year.
It's a lot.
And you sound like that does sound like a lot,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
but,
it is.
We've got a lot to give. We got 1.4 million people in this association. I think we give like 300 some odd.
I'll do, absolutely. No, I think this is a smart move on their part. If I'm their attorney, I'm saying yes.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job. So,
Aw.
all right, I think we actually have to take a break now. But as usual, I'm really excited about our second segment. Our guest is going to teach us all about home staging, which is something I actually geek out about. So
Geek out.
I know. I was like, what is the word? What can I say? I'm excited about it. So stay tuned.
Cool.
If you're thinking of selling your home, have Phil Nordella come out and give you a free, no obligation property valuation. Just call 661-312-3561. It's that simple.
Let's talk about insurance. Are your rates skyrocketing year after year? Or do you feel like you would benefit from a professional advisor that works for you? Give the great team at Voy Insurance Solutions a call. Voy works with dozens of the best insurance companies to help you obtain competitive rates and comprehensive coverage. Homeowners, auto, business, and life insurance. Voy Insurance. Right price, right coverage, right now. Mention the Phil Nordella Show and get a free $10 Starbucks card. Visit voyinsurance.com. That's voinsurance.com.
If you're looking for an SUV-based home design firm you can trust, look no further. Style My Space is a recognized leader in luxury vacant home staging and interior design projects for all of northern Los Angeles County since 2006. Their 5-star reputation for beautiful staging installations helps sellers realize up to 10% higher offers in as little as 1/3 the time as non-staged homes. Get an instant quote on our website at stylemyspace.com. That's stylemyspace.com.
My name is Frank. I'm the proud owner and operator of Braveheart Termite and Pest Control. I've been doing this for over 25 years. Call me for your termite needs and concerns. If you're in real estate and need a quality home inspection, call me today. You'll have those reports same day or within 24 hours. I will help you solve your issue with what needs to be done and nothing extra. Call me so you can have freedom from termites. 661-373-2617. That's 373-2617.
Your hometown station.
KHTS is the only station I listen to.
98.1 FM and AM 1220.
Hey, okay. Welcome back to Real Estate It's That Simple on KHTS 1220 AM and 98.1 FM and on Facebook Live. I am still, at least I hope, your friend in the real estate business. And, of course, we have our hostess with the most, Taylor Williams-Moniz.
Hello, hello.
Hi. So you know what? Let's just get right into this.
I know. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, I know. I like that. This is somebody that I've known for a while, and she's absolutely terrific. Kim Capellish is the founder of both Style My Space and the Academy of Home Staging and Design. She is also a home staging and design expert and longtime educator in the design industry. We have, like, she's like El Jefe.
She's it.
When it comes to this. Yes, absolutely. Kim, welcome.
Thank you so much, Phil.
How are you? Can you hear us okay?
Fantastic. Yes.
Awesome.
Thank
Terrific.
You.
Okay, so first and foremost, okay, I need for you to explain just exactly what staging is, and I'm truly curious about how you got into the business.
Okay, great. For people who don't know what home staging is at all, we bring in our furniture, our accessories, and decor And we basically create the buyer's dream home. So if you're selling your home, we come in and decorate it. And it's not just about decorating, it's also about the strategies, and there's a lot that goes into that. So people want to be able to see everything in the house and the function and the purpose. So if a home has awkward areas, we're going to remove those buyer concerns by staging them to make sense. And then, of course, we're taking in who is the target market buyer, what are they looking for, what is the style of the home, the architecture, the neighborhood, how many kids do they have, like everything that they're looking for, and deliver it for them so that it's a no-brainer and a slam dunk. And generally people are selling much faster. How I got into it and what interested me the most, I dabbled in real estate in my 20s. In my 30s, I did set design for a decade. And then my cousin sold her house, and the agent recommended staging. Everyone near her was sitting on the market, not moving. And she staged her house, and it sold in less than 2 weeks. She got above asking, and she was so thrilled. She started looking into home staging herself. But ironically, when she told me this story, I thought, what a perfect blend between real estate and set design.
Yeah.
It's everything I love all combined, and I'm helping people. And it's a tax write-off for the seller. So it's kind of a win-win, then bringing in the higher offers and driving more traffic to the home and everything.
Buyer emotional appeal. That's what we go for. It's perfect. Yep. Good.
Definitely. So Kim, again, thank you for being on the show. Phil and I were talking about this, but I love to watch home improvement shows. And at the end, I don't care what they did to the roof or the door, but when they the reveal with the staging is honestly the best part. And I'm always fascinated. Like what you just said was so interesting about how if there's awkward areas, you guys stage it because you're right. Then a buyer can look at it. But walk us through a little bit more. I mean, how does staging increase the traffic to my home?
Sure. So a lot of that has to do with it starts right from that first impression. So being online, the photos are the number one thing that are going to convince people to come and take a look at someone's home that's for sale. And so when those look like exactly what they're looking for, they're running. People are coming in droves and driving up the prices and the offers. And so that's the ideal situation. But also then when you get inside the home, because that has to match. Many times you can see pictures that are great online and you get in the home and go, wow, this is not at all what I was expecting.
That happens,
So when you get inside, and then the scale, so you're seeing not only a beautiful presentation, but how do those rooms work and how do they work for the family? What is the scale? What is available? You would be surprised the things that I've been able to fix. 10 by 10 bedrooms look large. I mean, that's, most people would look at that empty and go, this is unusable. It's like a large walk-in closet. But when we're done with them, they look large.
Right.
And so there's just a magic to that is all about presentation and putting your best foot forward so that people can really aspire to make their best offer.
Awesome. So now, why is staging during COVID even more beneficial?
A lot of reasons. One, mostly being, I don't know about you, Phil, but I don't go to the grocery store unplanned. Like, that's a planned event now.
Sure, right.
People are really serious. By the time they have figured out that they are interested in a home, they are pretty sold. So once you get them in the door, having everything staged properly, creating a slam dunk, if you can get multiple showings, and multiple offers, we're seeing a lot of people getting way above asking, and that is more than paying for the staging. The staging is actually earning the money, and that's really one of the benefits of staging. It's intended to work that way, where people come out ahead based on the staging. But there's so many things that happen with getting them in the door in the first place, because it's such a limited pool. They're making that decision based on the photos right from the get-go.
Right.
Yeah, definitely true. Okay, I have a compound question, of course. So I've always wondered this. First of all, what should they expect to invest when they're staging? And then second of all, when people look at the house, do they ever ask to buy the furniture? And do you ever negotiate with people so that they can buy your stuff? I've always wondered that.
We do. A lot of times, even the sellers will say, "Gosh, it looks so good now. Maybe I should buy it."
Yeah, that's quite a compliment.
And I always kid. I always kid with them and say, "Well, you're in luck. It's for sale." So, but
the typical investment is about how much?
Again.
Yeah, so about, if someone's
yes.
exactly.
Generally about $3 to $4 a square foot. Now, if you have a middle of the road house, it's below $1 million. Maybe you're not doing too much on the exterior. You're probably looking more at the $3 square foot range. If you're in a multi-million-dollar home and you have lots of exterior spaces and built-ins and 2 or 3 stories, you're probably looking closer to the $4 a square foot. Mostly that difference comes in the quality. So
makes sense.
You're also gaining a certain amount of a higher level of furnishings. I can't use the same furniture in a $500,000 house that I would use in a $3 million house, for instance.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. In case you just joined us, we're lucky enough to have Kim Kapelish, and she is the founder of both Style My Space and the Academy of Home Staging and Design, and is a home staging and design expert. And we're loving being able to talk to you.
Definitely.
So here's another question for you: is it necessary to stage all the rooms in a vacant house?
It depends on if you're under the $1 million mark or over the $1 million mark. In a lot of cases, you can get away with doing the main rooms. The rooms that are most important for the buyer are going to be obviously the main living rooms, the master bedroom, a master retreat, the kitchen, and some of the bathrooms. You can sometimes get away with skipping some of the bedrooms or the exterior, and that can actually save you quite a bit of money on the staging. The more furniture that goes into the home and the more accessories, obviously that's what drives up the house or the price of the staging, that the investment will be for the seller.
Mm-hmm. Is that something that you work and you discuss with the seller about, or do you pretty much just you come in, you're hired, you take the reins, you have full creative control over the staging?
In general, that is a great question. In general, we do make all of the decorative decisions, all of, how are we going to address this room? Right now we're putting a lot of desks in all the bedrooms because everyone's working and studying from home.
Yep.
So, that's something that we're just kind of making those decisions on behalf of people, but we can suggest to them, we'll build a proposal for you for all the main rooms, or we'll build a proposal for you with all of the rooms, and you can decide which works best for you. When you get over the $1 million range and start getting into $2 and $3 million properties, that's when you really want to do the entire thing. That's a little bit more discerning of a buyer. That's generally not going to be a first-time buyer, and they're looking for that quality to be consistent throughout.
Makes sense.
We used to not have a lot of $1 million homes out here. If you actually go back 5, 6, 7 years, you have very few $1 million homes. Now it's like 10% of the market.
Right.
So we're growing up.
You guys are.
Yeah, we are. That's awesome.
That is good. So, Kim, I understand that you also teach. So, if someone was interested in, design or doing staging for a living, how do they learn more about your classes, and what do your classes have to offer?
Great question. So, we have business startup courses, and actually, we've had people from around the world attend. Right now, we're doing virtual versions of those, but the course really is kind of a boot camp for an entire week, and then includes the business support after. But they can certainly check out the courses if anyone's interested in a career. People ask me all the time what I do for a living, and people seem to really like the idea of that. And it's nowadays, with everything being so digital, it's much easier to start and run those types of businesses. So we teach the design and the business. They can go to the Academy of Home Staging and Design.com, or give us a call at 800-574-5576.
That's perfect. Perfect. Listen, thank you so much for spending time with us. Kim Kapelish, again, the founder of Style My Space and the Academy of Home Staging and Design. And again, she's just a home staging and design expert. If you want any information, she's given you the information how to get to hold of her. And thank you so much. We appreciate you you being with us.
I know. Thank you, Kim. This was fun for me. I love this type of stuff.
Awesome. Thank you.
Terrific.
Have a great day.
All right, kiddo. You too.
So when we come back, I have
That was fun. I like
that. Was really fun.
Yeah, she's great.
I love
she's
that
terrific.
type of stuff.
And you know what? Everybody that deals with her, they love her.
I've heard wonderful things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then obviously, it can help, like she was saying, selling your home more quickly, getting higher than asking, which, is the goal.
It's a win-win.
Right? Absolutely.
Yep, that's the idea.
I have all kinds of exciting articles to talk to you about when we come back. I'm very excited. So
say it ain't so.
Just get ready because I'm going to pick your brain. It's going to be good stuff.
Uh-oh, there's
All
not
right.
much left there.
Okay, well,
Picking
everyone
my
stay
brain.
tuned. It's going to be fun.
Yay.
If you're thinking of selling your home, have Phil Nordella come out and give you a free, no obligation property valuation. Just call 661-312-3561. It's that simple.
If you're looking for an SUV-based home design firm you can trust, look no further. Style My Space is a recognized leader in luxury vacant home staging and interior design projects for all of northern Los Angeles County since 2006. Their 5-star reputation for beautiful staging installations helps sellers realize up to 10% higher offers in as little as 1/3 the time as non-staged homes. Get an instant quote on our website at stylemyspace.com. That's stylemyspace.com.
My name is Frank. I'm the proud owner and operator of Braveheart Termite and Pest Control. I've been doing this for over 25 years. Call me for your termite needs and concerns. If you're in real estate and need a quality home inspection, call me today. You'll have those reports same day or within 24 hours. I will help you solve your issue with what needs to be done and nothing extra. Call me so you can have freedom from termites. 661-373-2617. That's 373-2617.
Let's talk about insurance. Are your rates skyrocketing year after year? Or do you feel like you would benefit from a professional advisor that works for you? Give the great team at Voy Insurance Solutions a call. Voy works with dozens of the best insurance companies to help you obtain competitive rates and comprehensive coverage. Homeowners, auto, business, and life insurance. Voy Insurance. Right price, right coverage, right now. Mention the Phil Nordella Show and get a free $10 Starbucks card. Visit voyinsurance.com. That's voinsurance.com. Donahoe, Young & Williams is your award-winning go-to law firm for all real estate matters, including the changing legal landscape due to COVID-19. In addition, Donahoe, Young & Williams can help you create an estate plan that accomplishes your wishes, protects you and your family, and avoids time-consuming and expensive California probate. If you've been financially devastated by the pandemic, Donahoe, Young & Williams can help with debt negotiation and, when needed, bankruptcy under Chapters 7, 11, and 13. Visit Taylor Williams at dywlaw.com.
I love it.
Right on!
Your hometown station.
Hey, okay, welcome back to Real Estate. It's that simple on KHTS 1220 AM and 98.1 FM. You know what's funny is I get this whole thing. Me over here, I've got stuff all over the place, and look at how organized you are.
You should see my desk when I leave before the day. All of my files are perfectly in order. Like there's no stuff anywhere. It's like very OCD type situation.
If you're curious to know who's talking, that's Taylor Williams-Moniz.
The crazy person, the crazy file lady.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
The incredible attorney and partner at Donahoe, Young & Williams.
Thank you.
She's terrific. And you know what? That was fun talking to Kim Capellish.
That is fun. I love stuff like that.
Yeah. I wish we had more time for her.
And
But it kind of went quick. It went quick for us.
It always goes quickly.
Yeah.
I know. I wanted to mention her because she said people, putting desks in your bedroom. I mean, that's why my husband and I moved, was so that I could have an office because I work from home part-time now.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Doesn't
big
everyone.
Exactly. That was fun. Good point. Okay, so I got to figure out what dance I'm going to do. So we're going to do In the News and then obviously some Taylor talk, which will give me a second to get ready.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
You ready?
And now, In the News.
So much pressure. Taylor talk.
Hey guys and dolls, it's your favorite time of the show, Taylor Talk.
Ooh, she
like
switched it up on us. I like it.
You know what? I'm impressed. I'm impressed that you can dance like that sitting in your chair. That's impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's the rain. It's like I'm like zesty attitude. I'm just excited about those rain boots.
So
man.
then that was a rain dance is what that was.
Reminds me of the 70s, when I'd go to the
like it.
disco, but I didn't really want to dance, but I'd kind of dance in my chair just to show that I could move, which I couldn't.
That's like Greg. He does kind of like the shoulder
I
shuffle.
mean, like, you guys see
I
me
do the
bouncing
snap
around
thing.
always,
I do
too.
the snap thing when I'm dancing.
There you go.
Yeah,
I
my wife
like
goes,
it.
you're snapping, and I don't snap.
You're
And
like, but I'm feeling the beat. I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I hear you. Okay, so the first thing, we found this article, which I think is kind of fun. It's political, but it's not. So obviously it's been a highly political week, and we like to keep things here kind of informative but fun at the same time.
Yes.
So we found this fun article, 15 facts about the White House.
Yeah.
Which I read these, and some of them actually really interesting. The majority I didn't know.
Yeah.
So you want to pick some of your favorites?
Sure.
And I can go through some of
Well,
mine.
let's just, I'll start at the top.
Okay.
They said the White House had a rough start. That's number one.
And just so that you can't see it, but it's a picture of the White House on fire.
On fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
It said the White House had a tumultuous beginning, and in taking 9 years to build the first version of the world's most famous residence, George Washington chose the location in 1791, and John Adams was the first president to move in 1800. Obviously, it took 9 years to build. However, the home was partially destroyed in the War of 1812 and wasn't livable again until 1817 during the Monroe administration. So, yeah, it's like if I built a house and only could live in it for like 4 years out of the first 15 years that it was there. That's kind of messed up.
Yeah, I agree.
Another fun thing is an immigrant designed the White House.
That is cool.
Yeah, an Irish immigrant. And it's interesting that he actually got to be able to design it because it was rumored that Hoban won an opportunity to redesign the residence through the a newspaper contest.
Isn't that wild?
How do you do that?
I have no idea. I'm like, a newspaper.
Also, obviously, whenever it comes to anything that people are trying to, especially politically, people are trying to agree on, Philadelphia said, no, we want the White House here,
right.
even though they already built it there. So in the early days of the United States, legislators argued over the location of the newly formed nation's capital. Washington favored what would become Washington, D.C., but others pointed to Philadelphia as an established bastion for American government.
That one I
the
knew.
city even built its own version of the White House to change Washington's mind, but he refused to stay there.
I know. He said no.
Dissed them.
He did. Do you know why it's called the White House?
You're going to tell me.
I am going to absolutely tell you. So it was originally called, ding, 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 the President's House or the Executive Mansion.
Oh,
Which
yeah, it's a
sounds a little
mansion.
snotty.
Yes.
However, the lime-based whitewash on the stone exterior inspired journalists to call the residence by its name, the White House. I don't think that's very creative, but I'll take it.
It's white. What should we call it? Let's call it the White House.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Let's
but it wasn't
see.
always called that, so I think that's interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go the inside. Bedrooms and bathrooms galore.
Oh, I love this.
Oh my. For more than a century, the White House was the nation's largest residence with 6 floors, 132 rooms, and 35 bathrooms.
35.
You know, there's something bigger than that still. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The residence also had 412 doors. Why do we care how many doors it has? 147 windows.
I would be that window washer. You're making some money.
28 fireplaces, 8 staircases, and 3 elevators. Obviously, those elevators weren't put in the beginning.
Ding,
I'm
ding, ding.
guessing.
I would venture to say
it doesn't say when the elevators were added.
Right.
Okay.
It's got some
All right.
really pretty pictures also of the White House throughout the years.
Yeah.
Which it's a beautiful. Have you ever been?
I've been to Washington, D.C. many times, but I've never been in the White House.
Never done the tour.
I would love to.
I did it once when I was a kid. It was really cool.
Oh, man,
yeah,
lucky.
very neat. Exactly. All right, so what else?
Let's see, to work or not to work at home. That's the question.
Oh, yeah.
The West
I like
Wing,
this.
which is where they did all the business, obviously was not attached to the White House, which is interesting.
I didn't know that.
Either did I.
Mm-hmm. And you
Okay,
know
so-
why?
Why wasn't it attached?
Well, this says Teddy Roosevelt built the wing because he wanted to have the business and residential functions separate. And side note, he had 6 children. So, I mean, I don't blame him.
And they didn't say anything about the wife saying, "Do me a favor, go to work.
Just go
Just
over
go.
there.
I don't
do
want you in the
something."
house."
Are you leaving? Yes. But then William Taft connected the 2 spaces.
Good for
So,
him.
I know.
Did he do it himself?
I did not ask. I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure he didn't.
Seems like a lot of work.
Okay, so number 9 here, the mystery of secret rooms. Despite rumors, officials maintain there are no secret rooms.
I don't believe
so
it.
why?
I'm
yeah,
just saying. They wouldn't tell
well,
us if there were. They wouldn't be secrets.
Hang on
Come
a second.
people.
That they did say there are secret passageways that allow the president, the first lady, and the family, and the staff to quickly escape to an emergency bunker.
Which makes sense.
Which you wouldn't think would happen, but in today's times,
I
you know,
would think that happens, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. FDR made the White House accessible, obviously, because he was in a wheelchair. That's kind of cool.
This next one I thought was interesting. So it takes a lot to keep the White House white. Painters require 570 gallons of paint to keep the residence pristine, which this says the painting maintenance includes yearly large-scale projects along needed touch-ups. So I don't know if that's 570 gallons a year, but that's a lot of paint.
But everybody knows that one. I mean, everybody knows. If you ask anybody on the street, they'll say 570 gallons. Yeah.
All right.
It's interesting, though, in going back to FDR, he also added an indoor swimming pool, obviously, for his therapy sessions. But guess what? It was filled in and covered to create the press briefing room. So when you see the press talking to you, they're on FDR's pool that he cannot swim in anymore.
That's sad. They should bring that back or put it somewhere else. I'd like an indoor pool.
Yeah, I think, didn't they just add a tennis court not too long ago?
I don't know.
I think Melania did.
Did she?
I think so.
No one tells me anything. I don't know. I get my news from you, Phil.
Oh, this is interesting. The origin of America's most famous desk, okay, the famous Resolute desk, okay, which is I guess what they call the desk, was a present from Queen Victoria to Rutherford Hayes in 1880. The 1,100-pound desk is made of the remnants of the British Arctic exploration ship HMS Resolute. The desk has been moved around the White House, with it being seen in the president's broadcast room or other second-floor offices. However, Jimmy Carter said, nope, it's too important. We're going to bring it back. It's been in the Oval Office ever since.
Smart move.
Yeah.
Definitely smart move.
It's kind of fun.
Yep.
There's more. There's more.
Two more, yeah. Three more, excuse me.
Let's see. What is this one?
Should we talk about the vice president?
Sure. If I've got... Oh, okay. You know what? I can't see this.
So the vice president spends.
Good for you.
I was going to say his, but you know what? She spends days. They spend them at the White House. However, obviously the vice president does not live in the White House. She lives in a mansion on the grounds of the United States Naval Observatory. The home was originally built in 1893 as the residence of the superintendent of the USNO. However, vice presidents did not start living in the mansion until the 1970s when the cost of securing private residences became too much. So, cost and probably a safety thing, I would imagine, as well. Yep.
Yeah, you've got to protect her. Or now him.
Yep.
They have to protect him.
Yep, there you go.
Another thing, the White House estimate. A Zillow estimate, which are complete jokes, but I'm just not going to go down that road.
Don't even.
Comes in at more than $400 million. So if you were to consider buying the White House, which they feel is priceless, it's fun to imagine what it would take to buy the nation's most famous home. Zillow has been estimating the White House's value since 2009, and the latest estimate comes in at a whopping $415.7 million.
I almost wish this wasn't on there and you and I could have guessed. That would have been fun, because I don't know what number I would have come up with had I not read this.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, that would have been fun. Well.
And then did you know that the White House serves a third purpose? Business, residence, and it received a museum accreditation in 1988.
Really?
Yeah. So there you go.
I do want to go to it. Can you still go in now? I mean, are they still doing tours?
I was in high school, so I won't say what year that was, but it was a while ago. So I don't know, but I can find out for you.
Yeah, because that wasn't too long ago. What was that, 4 years ago this year?
You are, God bless you. You are very sweet. Thank you. All right, so next thing I want to talk about involves EXP, which, of course, you love to talk about, and we love to talk about. So I heard what's going on with EXP's stock.
So for people out there that don't know what EXP is the brokerage that actually is the fastest growing brokerage in the world. When I first signed on with them, and I don't think this might be a coincidence, but I don't think so. I signed on with them in 2018 in September. They had 13,000 agents, and since I've signed on, now I'm not taking complete credit for this.
I got to hear what it is.
Since I signed on, they have 42,000 agents now.
Wow.
You think is that weird? I mean, is there something? Because could it have something to do with me?
Yes. Could it? That's a very open-ended, broad question. Could it have something to do with you? Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
There you
Does
go.
it?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Percentage, maybe.
So anyway, if you actually delve in the stock market at all, and you were saying, I'd like to pick a company to invest some money in, and you invested a few $1,000s in EXP in the beginning of last year when it was at 9. This morning I checked it. It's at 99.
99 went up from yesterday.
And they split it.
Yes.
They split it, which is interesting because I'm not a real big stock person, even though I've got a lot of stock in EXP. I didn't really know exactly what that meant, and basically it just means it doubles. You get 2 for 1, and then they take the stock price down.
Right. Very good.
Which is easy.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So I'm
That's
excited about
interesting.
that. Yeah.
I wonder why. I mean,
well, I got to tell you, they just keep it open up more and more countries, right? And so it's one of those things to where they're very aggressive when it comes to the idea of what they do, and all of their agents actually get stock for doing
Right.
what they would normally do working at another company.
yeah, I mean, it's a great business model, and obviously it's working.
It's
With your help, with all those
well,
40,000 agents.
Well,
yeah.
I'm going to take credit for
Just a tiny
just
little bit of credit.
20,000
Yeah.
of them. That's all I want.
But that's interesting. I know I just started investing in the stock market a couple of months ago, and I opened the browser to see and it says, it makes me giggle, you're worth blank, and some days I'm like, yes, and some days I'm like, this is a tragic
What the heck
tragic
happened?
day. Close
What
the
heck
browser.
happened?
No,
I think
thank
we've
you.
got time for one more, and I think it should be this one.
Oh yeah, that is what I was going to bring up. So, historic Los Angeles estate, once owned by Cher, sells for $88 million. And I didn't print the whole article with the pictures because you always print the pretty
Yes.
pictures. But this place is gorgeous.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah.
So tell us more.
Last owned by disgraced developer, which is interesting. Robert Shapiro. Every time I think Robert Shapiro, I think of the attorney.
Right.
Right, but it's not. The 10-acre Owlwood estate, and we'll get back to that in a second, was first listed for $180 million. So can you imagine the actual realtor that went out there and says, you know what, Robert, I think I can get you $180 million, although he wasn't owning it at the time.
Right.
And
out of
then
my price range, alas.
realized that he or she may have misguessed that a little bit, considering it sold for 90.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It sold for 88.
88.
It sold for 88. So the Los Angeles mansion, full of Hollywood in recent years, more notorious history, recently sold after nearly 4 years on the market.
That surprised me.
Yeah, that probably went through a few realtors,
Yep.
maybe 3 or 4.
I would imagine
And
so.
let me tell you something. You list a house like that, you're going to put $10,000 into marketing.
Oh,
so
at least,
if
yeah.
you're a realtor, you're going to actually hit it hard.
Right.
And then if it doesn't sell, then you're out to $10,000. Well, that's the way it goes. So James McLean of Variety first reported the sale, noting that the 10-acre Owlwood estate sold in 3 separate but concurrent transactions that total exactly $88 million. The property, which was built in 1936 by architect Robert Farquhar for Florence and Charles Quinn. That's who they built it for. Is located in the celebrity-favored Holmby Hills.
Yeah, it's a nice area.
Designed as a Tuscan villa, it was widely considered to be one of the largest, most luxurious homes in the area. The main house sits over 12,000 square feet and cost only $150,000 to build.
But even still, at that, what did you say, 1930s? $150,000. That's a
ton.
Yep,
That's
a chunk
ton.
of change.
So Owlwood has over. We're running out of time. I know. Actor Tony Curtis later bought the home from oil magnate William Keck. He had some parties. Cher went over to one of his parties and liked it so much, made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
That's what I would do. That's swagger right there. You go to a party, you like the house, I'm gonna buy this house.
And Cher and husband Sonny Bono lived in it.
Very cool.
Yep.
And it's gorgeous. So if anybody has free time today, take a look at this Owlwood estate.
Owlwood. Yep.
So we have to go.
Yeah. Oh.
I know. I'm sad. I know it goes by so quickly. We say that we sound like a broken record,
Yeah.
but so if you have time, I know you have your 10 transactions coming up. But how do people get a hold of you?
All they have to do is get online, philnordella.com, or call me directly, 661-312-3561. How would we get a hold of you? That's more important.
Yeah, phone number 661-259-9000, or our website, which is www.dywlaw.com.
DYW.
Law.com.
Awesome. Law.com.
Yep, that's
I
us.
like it. Okay. Do me a favor. Stay dry.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Drive carefully when you guys are driving
will,
out
you
there.
too,
Okay.
you too.
Got to take care of my daughter and my son.
Yes,
right?
have fun.
Oh, yes.
With your
picking up-
kidnapping.
oh,
Let me
my
know how
God.
it goes. Yep.
Oh, it's
And
gonna be
everybody
so
listening,
great.
thank you for listening as
Thank you
always.
so much.
And have a great weekend.
Stay safe, everybody.
Absolutely.
Live